Mr. Quirk. So come on up, buddy.
That's quite the, some stuff on the shoulders. Can you guys just help me move this up, please? So I guess I'm closing the show. I am no Master Clark, so I don't have a whole bunch of cool stories for you. What I am going to share with you today is how we train our team, how we train our staff to actually lower our quit rate. Because for us, lowering our quit rate is really how we're going to control a lot of our school. And I'll just give you some numbers really quick. Guys, actually, can we move this? Help me out so we don't. Can we move it over here? I'm going to stand on the, I'm right-handed. Thank you. So I'm going to show you actually what I do. Raise your hand if you actually have a system right now that you can train, that you do train your people on how to deal with quits, both before they quit, when they quit, and after they quit. Yeah, so I'm not talking to you today. You've already got it, so you can take a nap if you want to. But if you don't have it, I'm just going to show you how we do it and how we work to control the numbers of how many people we lose every month. So if you can't see, please let me know. I've got one rule for all my talks. I have the same rule with my staff. If my presentation sucks, tell me. I don't want to waste 30 minutes of your time sucking up here. If we need to, we can shift to give you something else that you need. So don't be afraid to raise your hand. You're not going to offend me. Except for you. No, just kidding. So right now, we have on our quit rate, we track our quit rate by month, by quarter, and by year. Can everybody see this okay? So for January, I'm going to show you some numbers of where we're at right now, and then I'm going to go into how we actually train our staff to, again, control these numbers. So in January, we had a 0.75% quit rate, just for January. For February, once again, we had a 0.75% quit rate. For March, it's going to go up. We're going to have a 2.5% quit rate in March. We already know this because of the way we set our programs up and the way we track our numbers. We already know who's going to quit months in advance. We can talk more about how we get those numbers later if you want to, but we know these numbers. So on average, who's good at math? What's the quarterly percent we're going to have, quit rate we're going to have this quarter? Anybody good at math? 1.3%, 1.33, something like that. Yeah. So our quit rate for the first first quarter of the year is going to be 1.3%. Last year we ended at 1.9%. So for the whole year, averaged across the board, we had a 1.9% quit rate. I believe that happens because of the way the team is trained. You and I, owners, we can pretty much talk anybody into not quitting. You put me in front of a parent, I'm going to be able to convince that parent not to quit. But that doesn't mean that our team can. And our team, if they're the ones that are going to be front lines, right? Front and center. So we want to give them a reproducible system that they can use to help stop the quits. And we'll talk about a little bit about why here. And I'm going to be erasing all this stuff because there's a lot to present. So if you want to take pictures, feel free to. So when we train our staff, I'm going to train my team on what, why, and how. What is the quit rate? What does that even mean? Why is it important? And then how do we actually control it? So what is the quit rate? Our quit rate is the number of people that fire us every month. It's not the number of people that leave our school, it's the number of people that fire us. They're telling us that our program wasn't valuable enough and they're going to go do something else. Now, a lot of people say that, you have to include moves in there and all this kind of stuff, and we do. We include all the moves in our quit rate. But for me, moving is not a good reason to quit my school. It still kills me when someone leaves our school, even if they're moving to another state. Because that's a life, that's a child that we will not be able to affect generationally. So a number of people that fire us every month. We figure that out by taking the number of quits. We divide it by the number of students that we have, our student count, at the beginning of the month. So if you lose 3 students and your school started with 100 students at the beginning of the month, what's your quit rate? 3%, right. So in this situation, and actually I do teach them all the math. So technically you have to multiply that by 100 at the end, otherwise you're not going to get your percentage right. What I'm showing you now is exactly what I show my staff, my team, because I want them to know how to calculate it, I want them to know what it means, and I want them ultimately to know how to control it. The last piece of this, number 3, is it's by program. After school has a much different quit rate than martial arts does. And it's not fair to lump after school in with your martial arts, in with your summer camp. So we take every program and we have a quit rate specifically for that program, so that even more so that the staff that's in charge of that program actually can control that program a little bit more tightly. So that's what our quit rate is. So why is quit rate important? Our quit rate is important, number 1, because of purpose. Number 2, time. And number 3, money. And I teach it to them in that order. So quit rate, number 1 is purpose. Why do we do what we do? Every kid that fires us is leaving. It's a kid that we don't have the chance to affect in the future. And you guys all know this. We don't just affect kids individually, we affect kids generationally. That kid who doesn't have confidence will grow up to be an adult that doesn't have confidence, who raises a kid that doesn't have confidence. And guess what? Those people are voting, they're joining groups, they're controlling, or not controlling, but they're influencing society. So we have a chance to affect our entire community and the entire world by lowering that quit rate. And this is an important thing to talk to the team about, because if the first thing I teach my team about is money, how every quit affects the bottom line, they're not here for the money. I mean, some might be, but in general, I hire for purpose. Chris, I love the hiring stuff that you have. I'm actually stealing some of yours, so thank you for that. The number 1 thing we hire for is drama. No drama. If you